Greetings, United fans from all over the world. Welcome to United Milele, the number one platform when it comes to everything United. So today we're going to discuss why Manchester United cannot sell their players. We're going to find out in a few. So let's go. Manchester United has a problem of selling their players, and this is something that has been in the club for a few years. We've seen that we are buying players for a lot of money, but when it comes to selling, we are not selling for that money. Actually, we are selling on losses. I can only say that I think it's only Daniel James that we've made profit recently, but for the rest, we've not been making profit. Actually, we've been making losses. You find that we buy a player for a lot of money, but when it comes to selling, we are not recouping anything or making extra cash from their sales. So this season, Ten Hag was given around 120 million to do his transfers, but he was told in order for him to get extra funding to fund for his new transfer ins, he needs to sell some players. But we've not seen anyone sold as of yet. We've had rumors that Harry Maguire might be there, Jadon Sancho might be there, Fred might be there, Scott McTominay might be there, Donny van de Beek might be there, a number of others maybe, Eric Bailey I can say also, but Manchester United has not sold anyone. We've seen Zidane Iqbal was sold to FC Utrecht. Actually, it was around 850 or 950 grand, and I can say that for a younger player, I believe you could make a lot of money. Recently, we've seen that Chelsea has sold their youngsters for a lot of money, or Manchester City, for example. We've seen them selling players like Lavia and all that. That was not recently, but way before. Or there are others that they're selling right now for more than 10 million. But for us, selling our youngster for grand, I think we are not really very well in terms of making sales or in terms of transfer business. So what is the reason as to why we are not selling our players at profits? And this is actually my opinion, what I'm thinking of, and I can say that, for example, we saw that Maguire has got a pay rise because of Manchester United qualifying for Champions League. I presume that it's not only him, maybe a couple of players. So the number one reason I think why we do not sell our players is because other teams are not able to match their wages. So you'll find that Manchester United, most of the players are given good wages, unlike in other teams, and this makes it hard for the players to be signed by these teams, because you'll find maybe Manchester United might agree a transfer fee with another club. I'm sure, like for example Harry Maguire, I'm sure a lot of teams would want to sign Harry Maguire, but now I think the problem comes when it comes to the wages, because most teams cannot match that. A good example I can give is Jesse Lingard when he was at United. I'm not sure what he was getting, maybe 150, maybe 200. When he left as a free agent, West Ham were not able to get him back because he went to Sheffield, and they were able to give him 200 a week, 200 grand a week. And that just shows you how most players will want to get good wages wherever they go. We've seen that the Saudi clubs are signing players from the top European clubs because of giving them good wages. And the reason as to why Manchester United is not selling their players is because of the wages issue. When they go to other teams, they'll of course need a bigger wage, and now this will not help us in terms of us selling the players. And I actually think like this is the major reason as to why we are not selling players. It's because of the wages, and also I believe also maybe the players will not want to go, like, because they also know that if they go to other teams they'll not get good wages. So I think this is actually why Harry Maguire has not left Manchester United, and we're not sure if he's going to leave or not. We've heard from Fabrizio Romano that Harry Maguire is training 3 times a day to be able to come back stronger and better for this season. And as Stephen Housen has said that the problem with Maguire is not the physicality. The problem with him is actually the awareness. This is something that is said. So you'll find that actually when you see him playing for England, he really plays well. But when you see the Maguire Manchester United, you really wonder what's happening. But I think it's maybe the pressure. Maybe I'm not sure if the Manchester United pressure is too big for him. That's why some of the time he might not have the awareness that he needs for him to be a top defender. And I believe that is maybe his main weakness when it comes to defending. So now I think that's the main problem for him not leaving Manchester United, because I think he's getting over 250, or maybe he's getting 200. I'm not sure what he's getting, but I believe when he goes to another team he's not going to get that. We've seen that Jadon Sancho is getting more than 300, and you can see this can be a problem, because now, let's say for example, we've heard that Tottenham wanted Jadon Sancho, but they cannot be able to pay him the 350 or the 300 grand that he's currently having at Manchester United. You see now, this is the main problem as to why we are not selling our players. And also I believe maybe the people responsible, they're a bit weak, or maybe there's a problem that Manchester United created in terms of negotiating. I think things are turning out for the better for us, because right now we're not being bullied around when it comes to paying for some players. Sometimes you wonder. Let's say for example, in the story about Rasmus Højlund, we've seen that Atalanta demanding around 60 to 80 million euros, and we saw that Manchester City were able to get Erling Haaland for less. You can see they call it the Manchester United tax. So this is some of the reasons as to why it's really hard for us to get players, top players, at a good price. And I think maybe it will change with time. But also I can say also, I think people are saying that, oh, we got Mason Mount for a bit short of what Chelsea asked for. I believe we also like overpaid for him. I know he's young, he's 24, but he was in his last year of contract with Chelsea. He would have left next season as a free agent, and this is one of the problems as to why Manchester United is really struggling when it comes to selling their players. Their huge wages are making it hard. Sorry for that. They're making it hard for them to be able to fit into other teams, because now other teams are not able to pay their wages. And what do you think? Do you think we're going to see Harry Maguire out of the team? Do you think we're going to see Jadon Sancho out of the team? Do you think we're going to see the likes of Eric Bailly, Alex Telles? Which player do you think will be shown the door out of Manchester United this summer? Because we need to sell for us to be able to get other players. Let's say for example, Sofian Amrabat. We need him to be able to have some security in the Casemiro area of the field. But now I believe we do not have the money to sign him if we do not sell anyone. I'm not even sure if we have the money to sign Onana and Rasmus Højlund as of now. So we'll wait and see, but I believe this is the main reason as to why it's really hard to be able to sell Manchester United players to other teams, because of the huge wages that they're getting at Manchester United, and also because of the people in the negotiations, and also the Manchester United culture. That is, we always pay a higher price when it comes to landing our transfer targets. If you've liked the video, kindly subscribe, like, share with your friends, and keep it United Milele. See you in the next video.